Welcome to Nerd Stalker, episode 32. I'm your host, Adolfo Fronda. We speak to the CEO of ffwd.com, Patrick Koppula.
I'm Patrick Koppula. I'm CEO of Fast Forward.
Awesome. And what is Fast Forward?
Fast Forward's a company whose mission is to help people navigate the video explosion. We recently launched ffwd.com, which is to be used as a personal remote control for navigating the video web. But our ambitions go beyond just web video, and they go beyond just your laptop. So any content from any content catalog, no matter where it's stored and where it's distributed on, can take advantage of Fast Forward's in the cloud technology to service personalized channels on any venue, whether that be a laptop or a mobile device or a television. And to that end, we recently just launched our API. You log into fastforward.com, you subscribe to channels, and you subscribe to these channels a la carte. So this is different than your cable subscription where you pick from packages of channels. The reason we're able to do that is because we're building these channels by crowdsourcing audience information from people who actually watch stuff. And then we are using artificial intelligence, where it used to take a staff of hundreds to create a channel. We're using artificial intelligence to program out a sequence of shows that correspond to the expectations of that audience.
This sort of sounds like a Pandora type of situation. Is it similar?
The viewing experience is very much like Pandora, and that's because we modeled it on channel surfing on television. We were trying to get to that discovery experience, being able to flip through options and then land on what you want to watch. Now, the big difference with Pandora, aside from what we're doing is for TV and video, and Pandora is for music, the big difference is that we've automated the editorial process. So whereas Pandora has to employ musicologists to create their taxonomy, we're using a combination of folksonomy and artificial intelligence to do it. ffwd.com works for people who are consuming video via their browser on their computer, but that's not where everybody consumes their video content, and in fact, it's not where most people consume their content. So we, in launching the API, are starting to make available this technology so you can now consume your Fast Forward channel on the viewing platform of your choice, including television sets and DVD players and mobile devices. In developing the API, we actually had conversations with a wide range of companies, everybody from software application developers to hardware device manufacturers and brands to service providers, all of whom are a part of the video distribution ecosystem that we are not involved in building. So this is a massive effort. And it's a grassroots effort, and it's exciting to be a part of it. And what we've decided our piece would be is to provide that in-the-cloud intelligence that can take what would otherwise be a flood of content and a slew of choices on the viewing side, and would be a mess, and actually bring some personalized sense to it. Our first implementation is probably going to be through a revolution. I mean, if you haven't tried it, I'd totally recommend this as well. A revolutionary open media center software application called Boxy. If you install the Fast Forward application within your Boxy user interface, you'll be able to use all of your subscription information to filter out which content available in Boxy is actually good for you to watch right now. This year at CES, a whole bunch of television manufacturers announced that they were going to be releasing internet TVs. Right. And they're going to have their own client-side interfaces. But the same problem arises. Well, how do you navigate through all of the video choices that you've got? And yes, you could browse through it directory style. Yes, you could search it. But both of those assume that you know what you're looking for. And where Fast Forward fits in is those times when you don't know. Times now where you turn on your TV and you just flip through the channels. So now you'd be able to change the input on your TV to your internet TV selection and flip through the channels just like you usually. Channel surfing, as it turns out, was not the intention of the TV manufacturers when they created the remote control. They thought that you would know what you wanted to watch and you would just tune in at the appropriate time. As it turns out, it taps into this ability in our head, this latent evolutionary ability in our head to do what's called thin slicing. And that's the ability to make judgment on an option in a very short period of time that's just as good as if you took a long period of time to do it. And it's especially good for audio-visual. Our capacity to do this is especially good for audio-visual. And so what we did is tried to build assisted or kind technology to aid in that natural human process.
So what does the roadmap look like for you guys anyways?
So we've got a bunch of exciting things. I think I'll hit 3 that are particularly exciting to me. One, we're going to be taking a look at the trending terms on Twitter and using that information to start building channels of video that correspond to that, so that can actually fuel people's conversation on the topics they're already talking about. The second thing we're going to do is make it easier to become a part of the Fast Forward process and the Fast Forward community by implementing Facebook Connect. And then the last thing we're going to be doing is building a set of services for folks who use Tumblr, who have a website or a blog. We're very, very honored at the end of last year to actually win the People's Choice Award on Mashable, beating out YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, I mean, it was great just to be in the running with YouTube.
When I read that, I was like, wow, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
For sure.
And you know, that's not, I mean, yes, we're doing our part in it, but I think that's because there's, again, this grassroots movement pushing the whole video ecosystem forward, and we're waving the flag for it. And that's, I think, what people are responding to. And if you're interested in talking to me about any of these things, you can reach me at patrick@ffwd.com. I am Patrick_Koppula, Koppula, on Twitter. And you can call 415-692-6845.
Thanks so much, Patrick, for your time, and thank you, Fast Forward. Appreciate it.
Very nice to